Today, I'm interviewing my buddy Charles. He moved to Thailand about 1 year ago. So we're going to talk about a few things. What's happened over the last year, what surprises he had, what he expected, how has it been different, how are things going, will he continue, where's he going now? It's been a year. My buddy Charles moved to Thailand about 1 year ago. So what's up, buddy?
Everything's good here.
Been here a year, and you got here. You took my advice. You got a hotel, and you searched for a while, and you found a place that you really wanted to live in my building. Which I never see the guy anyways. He comes and goes. I come and go. I mean, so we don't even really see each other that often. Occasionally, but. You're going to be making some changes. You tried Bangkok for a year. You did the smart thing. You looked. You found a place you wanted to, kind of base out of, explore, and let's talk about what you've been doing the first year and what you expected, and what's been the most shocking thing to you your first year in Thailand. Like what did you not expect before you came and moved? So wait, I've done videos in the past with Charles, but he sold his house. He sold everything, put a few things in storage. So he really made the commitment come out here and live, right?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay.
And I followed your advice. I decided I would take my time, come out here, get a hotel nearby, right on Sukhumvit in the heart of things. And then I took a walk around, looked at a few different places. A few places I had to catch the BTS to look at. But I looked at a number of condominiums before I decided on the one I chose. And I probably chose it for a lot of the same reasons you chose it. The location, proximity, everything, and the building's in fairly good condition. So I chose that.
You're paying for the location, and it's a reasonable cost there because it doesn't have the best amenities, but it really does have probably one of the best locations, in the Bangkok, Prom, so like just the proximity to the BTS and the parks and the malls. It's a great location.
Absolutely, I love it there.
So what's been, 1 year on the ground in Bangkok. We'll get to what you're going to be doing later. Oh, and what's the name of your channel?
The Unrestricted Free Agent.
Okay, and he's going to be making a big move somewhere where there's not that many YouTubers, so you're going to be having some kind of a monopoly on the content in this area, and it's kind of at certain points it's been kind of a popular expat area. We'll get to that later. But subscribe to this channel because you may be interested in checking this area out and learning a lot about it. And he'll be able to probably show a lot of stuff. So what's been the biggest surprise, though? Your first year here, what shocked you the most? What didn't you expect?
I think the sheer number of people I always heard about, the population being around 14 or so million people, but the sheer concentration and the amount of people concentrated in this area. I think because it's such a great area for shopping and transportation, just the sheer number of people, it's always busy, always. Mm-hmm. And the opportunity for so many restaurants and bars nearby too. That was a big deal. I kind of expected, but it's still, you just can't really prepare yourself for being just immersed in all of that.
You mentioned to me the other day about the traffic. I mean, that's something that you dislike, eh?
Yeah, just to give you a reference, a couple nights ago, took a Bolt from my girlfriend Nani's house back to my condo, and it was like 9 o'clock at night. We had a traffic jam, straight gridlock, and we were stuck for about 30 minutes in traffic. Just to give you an idea of the density of traffic, 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night, that's a lot of traffic. Mm-hmm. And I took your motorbike out while you were on vacation. You were back in the States at the time. I took your motorbike out for a ride. It was a nightmare. I said, and see, here in Thailand, the driving rules are a little bit different for motorbikes than they are back in the States. But the driving was out of control. I could not imagine getting back out there again during the daytime. So I took it out again on a Sunday morning at 5 a.m. My experience was totally different. It was a lot lighter traffic. So the traffic volume can be a situation for you here.
Mm-hmm. Based on what you're saying, and it's been my experience too. And I think that if you're a guy that comes to Thailand and wants to live in the big city, live in Bangkok, you know, it's like when you're in and you're there and you're just, if you're doing a lot of walking, using public transportation, it's a great place. But if you're a guy that wants to, like he has a girlfriend that lives in the, you know, like the suburbs, the outskirts of Bangkok, and if you're a guy that's got to run around a lot, to be in the central area and try to get out, and you know, like definitely like people that are still working, and if you got to get all over the place, probably, you know, the most condensed central area, you know, is not going to be the best area to live. No. You know, even though it's awesome and it's cool, and I wanted to do it. I'm going to be moving soon too. I'll get into that later, and you're going to be moving. You know, it's great to experience for a while. Like for me, I want to try a bunch of different places in Thailand, and you know, maybe this next place I'm going will be the one I settle down at. You know, I've been here now almost 7 years, and you're just after your first year. So, tell us about you know, what you like, what's like. You're going to be moving away from Bangkok. What led to this decision? What were you weighing? And then we'll get into where you look. But first, what made you decide that maybe you don't want to live in central Bangkok?
Well, there are a number of reasons. First thing comes to mind is the great location we're at has its setbacks because there's constant development in the area. They're building a new hotel, or is it condo? Hotel right nearby, right next door. And on my side of the building, the jackhammering is just...
Well, that one's a remodel. The one on my side is the new one.
Yeah. But they're remodeling that one, and it's 10 to 20 meters away from me. And so I'm waking up to this. These guys get started sometimes at 7:30 in the morning. And so I'm waking up to this noise, and they don't stop till 5 p.m. So the jackhammering noise, and it's been on and off going for the past year, since I moved in. I thought it would be over with by now, but it's still going on. So that was part of the reason. Other reason was I wanted to slow down my pace of life. You know, I did the Bangkok thing, put out some content about Bangkok, but everything has been so overdone in Bangkok in terms of YouTubers. So I said, let me expand my horizon a little bit, move around a little, see what's out there.
So you're moving because of YouTube?
No, not necessarily. However, the density of population, the actual there was some issues with the heat and the air quality during the summer months. And I said, well, maybe I can move further south. Unfortunately, I didn't get quite far enough south to escape all of the pollution and the air quality issues in the summer during the burning season. However, I did get a little bit further away. I want to try just more of a suburban life for a change. I'm slowing down in terms of getting a little older.
Isn't that what you had in Michigan?
Yes, it is. It's what I had in Michigan. I had the
but you like
suburban life. Yeah, I did. I like the suburban life.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to live downtown Detroit.
Ooh, no, it's too busy. Too busy for me. And that Detroit's not even 1/10 of what Bangkok is.
Not even a 50th.
No, as far as population, as far as dense population.
Busyness, anything, traffic, nothing. But did you enjoy your year in Bangkok? Like, would you advise somebody, you know, to give it a try? Like, what did you think? Like,
oh, absolutely. I enjoyed myself here in Bangkok. I would advise anyone to spend some time here. You don't necessarily have to be here a year, but get a spot and spend some time. Spend a few weeks here in Bangkok.
I mean, if you're going to come out here, check it out.
Yeah.
Now the prices are night and day when you get out of the tourist slash, you know, expat areas. You know, you get to the local areas, and then where you're moving down country a little bit, you know, it's night and day. Like people say, Thailand's very expensive. It can be, but it also doesn't have to be.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's talk about. So, at what point? How many months ago? Like, at what point did you decide? Okay, I'm going to try. When my lease ends, I'm going to try something different. At what point? How long?
Actually, it probably started in my mind about 3 months ago. Okay. I decided, hey, you know, I was listening to people talk, and we've got a couple other friends friends in common who decided to move to Chiang Mai. And I thought about that for a bit, and I said, well, maybe I should try that. But then I thought about it, so that is pretty much the epicenter of burning during the burning season. And they have issues with floods and what have you. So I said, you know, maybe I need to consider move around a little bit myself. I did early on, about 2 years ago, spend some time down in the Pattaya, Pradamnak area.
Oh, yeah.
You had a condo there for a while. Yeah. And I liked it. You know what? I like that. And I kind of miss a slower pace, although Pattaya can be insane with traffic. That traffic is straight gridlock too.
Yeah.
But I kind of miss a smaller size city. Bangkok is huge. It's about 600 square miles or something like that. It's huge. It would be probably the second or third largest city in the U.S. as far as land mass. So it's a huge place. There's a lot to see and do here. But I wanted to try something a little different, and I think everyone should. You know, if you're here long enough, get a taste for everything. You mentioned that to me. You said, "Hey, move around a little bit and see what you think, what you like."
That's why I advise people. Don't spend a few years here before you commit long term to one place. Okay. So what did you explore? Where did you where'd you guys where'd you look?
Well, we decided to go south in Thailand, and we decided we were going to start in. We were thinking about Koh Samui, but that's an island, so the cost would be a little bit greater there because everything has to be shipped in and out.
Right.
And so we started, but then we said, okay, let's try Suratani, which is just the mainland just outside of Koh Samui. So we were in Suratani for a while. That was a good experience. I mean, we looked at some houses there. Housing costs were much cheaper there than they are in Bangkok. We enjoyed that. Then we moved on to Phuket.
Well, wait, before you get away with Suratani, so what ultimately led to you not choosing Suratani?
I think just the fact that was a little slower in the parts. We were looking a little bit slower than what I wanted to be at. It just wasn't a sweet.
What about the localness of it? Was it too Thai? Did you like it? Did you like that?
It was the real Thai experience. Let me tell you, the language was such that my girlfriend, who was born and raised here in Thailand, she didn't understand half the things they were saying.
She's a Bangkok native, right?
She's a Bangkok
girl,
yeah.
She speaks
right, and
native Bangkok.
And people have to understand that's a very different version of Thai language, the Isan language. So it's like a different dialect.
Right. And then she was in the South and didn't get that.
No, she didn't understand what they were saying. She came to me a few times. She said, "I don't know what they're saying," and I thought, if you can't tell what they're saying, just imagine how I'm feeling. So that was in Suratani. That was more of that than anywhere I had been to. And so it was a different experience altogether. Although the people were very friendly, very nice, and they had a lot of good shopping nearby where we were looking, so it was all right. It was an all right place. But I thought that was a little bit too much for me right now.
And then, then on that same trip, you went to another place. I remember. Where was that?
And that was Phuket. We went to Phuket, and Phuket is a beautiful place. A lot of tourists like to be there, which leads to a lot of population seasonally. If it's during the high season, you're going to be inundated.
And you're talking about traffic. It can be gridlocked. There's a lot of two-lane roads.
Yes, downtown area, Phuket can be very, very dense.
Phuket town, the old town?
Yeah, old town. We went there, old town, spent some time there. We went to the Cape where they have the sunset and everybody goes to there. Yeah. Traffic is incredibly dense in their downtown area.
So primarily, what areas of Phuket did you look at? Were you looking at condos, houses, villas? Like, what were you looking at?
We have been looking for standalone, single-family homes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what neighborhoods, what areas of Phuket did you go?
We went from the central area of Phuket, which was just inside the loop of downtown. And
you keep saying downtown, but you're talking about Phuket Town, the old
near
old
there.
town?
It was probably only only
it's
about 15 kilometers or so away from there.
Okay, so by the mall, by Robinson, out there. Okay,
yes. Looking at a couple places near the Robinson Mall area.
Okay,
and so we didn't want to be in too close to Old Town. The traffic is just too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. And so I said, I'm going to have to buy a car, but I'm still getting used to this whole thing about driving on the left side of the road, which is opposite from what we're used to in the States. I said, so I don't want to be in heavy traffic trying to guess. I want to have more time to acclimate myself to traffic conditions before I get into that super thick stuff.
So you looked at the center, then were any other neighborhoods, like beach areas at all?
We did check one or two homes in the beach area. They were only about
which area? Which
3 kilometers from the beach on the, I think it was like towards the east side of, I want to say it was towards the east side of Phuket, towards that beach over there. I'm not sure the name of the beach or whatever.
Okay, so you just were... Okay, you didn't have any specific, like, I want to be in Rawai Beach, I want to be in Patong. You didn't have anything like that?
No.
Okay, so you looked around, but I think you got the feeling, like, just from being around that wasn't going to be the right place, or what?
I did. I got the feeling that wasn't going to be the right place. My girl really didn't like it there that much. There was a lot of fun things to do there.
Okay.
But
it's not what you're looking for, though. I think I have an idea from at the conclusion, what you were looking for, what you liked, and that doesn't match with Phuket. No. So after Phuket, where'd you go?
After Phuket, we decided to go and check out Hua Hin.
Okay.
And Hua Hin was a better fit for me. I think that it was not, you didn't have to go through a lot of traffic to get there. It was more of a suburban, almost rural type setting. But they had a lot of new construction there. And the new construction really attracted me. The prices were very good in that area.
Well, compared to Phuket, oh my
Yes,
God.
yes.
Night and day, yeah.
Yes, it was a big difference in prices. So I was pleasantly surprised with that. Matter of fact, I did put in an offer for a home there.
In Phuket?
In Phuket.
To rent?
To rent, yes.
What do you mean you put in an offer?
Actually I booked it. I put the deposit on it to book it for rental.
What happened?
I got caught up in the bling of the house. It was a brand new construction, had a beautiful pool, and 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. However, the house, after I got home and thought about it and looked at my video I recorded of the house inside, I found that the rooms were a bit small. They didn't have the armoires in place yet, and the rooms were still small.
Oh, it's just shells, like they didn't have it finished off. And so they wanted to rent it without finishing it off, and they didn't even have wardrobes or nothing in there?
No, but they had
Were
the
they
beds
gonna
in
put it
place.
in?
They had beds in place, but the beds were undersized beds, so it made the room look bigger.
Were they going to did they tell you they'd put the wardrobes in, or were they
Yeah.
just going to, you fend for yourself?
She said the owner was very cooperative. She wanted to, and very accommodating. She wanted to have us pick out the wardrobes and stuff, pick out the furniture we wanted, and she was going to put it in place. And
So
I think they get like a certain stipend when they build a new house. They get so much money towards getting the accommodation, towards filling it up.
So you put a deposit. Did you canceled it?
I did.
And did you get your money back?
I did not.
How much deposit?
I waited, held it too long. I held it about 6 days, and the owner, we met with us the second time. I came out the second time with my tape measure, just to make sure. Measured it up. I said, I don't think this is for me. She showed me like 2 or 3 other homes.
So how much did you lose?
I lost 5,000 baht.
That's not really that much when it comes to, but you're really doing a lot of due diligence to try to find the right place. So you found something near there. Talk about where you found it and why, why not Hua Hin? How'd you pick this other place and how far is it? Just get into it.
Okay, so as I was coming back and a bit disappointed, I thought about what one of my viewers said about my video. He says, hey, why don't you try Cha'am? And I said, what? He says, yeah, try Cha'am.
Somebody suggested that.
Yeah, and said
you
that,
probably never heard of it.
I never heard of it before. And he says, so check it out. He says, I live there. He says, you'll like it. He says, it's not as expensive and not as dense population seasonally as Hua Hin is.
Like Hua Hin Light.
Yes. And he says,
and it's closer to Bangkok, right?
Right, right. And it says during the high season, Hua Hin traffic can be pretty brutal. So he says, Cha'am is not that much. And you get there, if you're traveling south on the freeway, you get there before you get to Hua Hin. So you're easier access to get back to Bangkok.
Get to the airport, this and that, yeah.
Yes.
So you went there, and then tell us about the search for the property. What happened? How many did you look at? What did you describe what you found?
We looked at only 2 properties when we got there.
Okay.
We had been trying to reach people, but everybody was booked up with a lot. It was a lot of traffic coming in early for the high season. I mean, we're like a month or 2 early for high season. People were coming in like crazy. So that might be a new trend. I'm not sure, but we looked at 2 houses. The first house was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It was a little bit smaller, but it had everything we needed. It was a nice house, but it had been used a bit, and you could see some damage. But they said the owner said that they would remodel a place for us, and we liked that place. It was 25,000 baht a month. Then they took us immediately to a second place. It blew me away. The second place was just amazing.
Okay.
And so it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, but it was 35,000 baht a month. But it was in a gated community with
check out
all
these
kinds
photos.
of amenities.
I'll flash a couple photos you took while he's talking. Go ahead.
Yes, and they had all the amenities. Power gate for the front entry for your car in your own driveway. It was a gated community with security guards. It came with a lawn. You could have a yard. It was a decent sized yard, and they come with lawn services included when you rent. They're building a new exercise facility for athletic facility for weights, and also a new swimming pool. They're building that.
And then when do you plan on moving there?
I plan on moving probably around the 2nd or 3rd of September.
Oh, nice.
So really fast, really soon. I'm getting things together for that.
So he'll be your Cha'am correspondent. Now, if you guys don't know what Cha'am is, it's like a suburb, sort of. It's close to just north of Hua Hin. So a little bit closer to Bangkok. It's a beach area, beach ocean community. And how far would you say, like a kilometer, half a kilometer? How far do you think you are from the beach?
From the beach, we are, I want to say 3 kilometers from the beach.
Okay, so you're a little bit, so are you between Sukhumvit and, or not Sukhumvit, but the main highway and the beach, or on the other side, like the main highway?
We are just the other side, I want to say, of the main highway. I think we're just, I could be wrong, but I think we are just the other side of the main highway.
Okay, but you can jump on the highway quick, get down to Hua Hin, get for shopping. Is there, what other amenities are there? Like macro, or what do you got?
They
shopping?
do have macro, they have Big C, they have a few places nearby, but those are smaller versions of what you get in Hua Hin.
Right.
And
right.
so,
and if you like that, some people like it, some people want more dense, some people, but you do got local, there's some Western type restaurants around. You got, when you go down to the beach, you got places, hotels or whatever, you'll be able to go to Western restaurants, So what is it, about 15 minutes from Hua Hin maybe?
About 15, and I will tell you this, that's what attracted us to Hua Hin. You have a few more foreigners there. So it kind of attracted, so it wasn't this, it was a flavor of more of an integrated flavor for people of all countries coming through. And so English is going to be a base language, so it'd be easier for me to communicate and get around.
And it'd be good, it's a good place for like old farts like you.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
And me, I mean, it's a good, when you're past like the partying, it's just, you do that for a while, you have a good time in Thailand, but eventually it's like that's old and you just get back to living life and it's like not that exciting anymore. You know what I mean? I rarely go out living in Bangkok, so, but all right, man, well I look forward to seeing these adventures and learning more about Cha-am because, who knows? I mean, I still, I'm going to move out of the city. I'm going to move in with Waruni, my girlfriend, and I'll probably at some point be looking for a little beachy type, second vacation-y type place, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Or maybe I'll just travel more. I don't know.
Come down. We got a room for you already.
I was going to ask you that. You're going to have an extra spare room?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Really?
It's a 3-bedroom place and it's just 2 of us. So.
You'll let us come and visit?
Oh,
for real?
Definitely.
Really?
Spend some time with us.
All right. Okay, guys, check out Charles' channel, The Unrestricted Free Agent. I'll put a link in. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. He'll be making some videos about his move. I'll be making some videos probably about my move. I told you guys before about doing some renovations and some things. So I'll be posting occasionally, not like I did before, but occasionally I'll put some videos up. And we'll catch you in the next video.
All right.
Gurney out.
Till then, keep exploring. The Unrestricted Free Agent. Out.
Nice.